I need you to go to the shops and pick me up some shopping. I need eggs, milk, some fruit, canned veg, and a bunch of other things. I'll send a list through. Also, you'll have to pay for all of this as I have no money at the minute.
Oh, hello, Mom. Yeah, I'm okay. Thanks for asking. What's that? How's my day going? It's not too bad, actually.
Stop being so snarky, Madison. I don't have time for this. I'm still working, unlike some people.
What's that supposed to mean?
You know exactly what I'm on about.
Oh, so you're back on this spiel again. Trying to claim that I don't work or anything, so I should act like your personal maid?
Both know that writing simply isn't a job. You need to get some proper work so that you actually have a bit of money to spend.
Writing is a job, and I'm doing very well with it at the moment. Thank you very much.
Huh. And I've suddenly become a famous singer, flush with money. Oh, I've just remembered, with the shopping you'll have to pay for all of it as I have no money at the minute.
Hang on, didn't you get paid only last week?
And?
Well, considering this is your food, I think you should pay for it. I mean, with how things are at the moment with the economy, I simply can't afford to pay hundreds of dollars for your shopping when I've got to pay for all of my stuff too.
And to my daughter, I spent years of my life raising you, looking after you, and paying for everything you needed. I think the least you could do is pay for my food this one time, don't you?
That's quite a lot of money though, Mom. Shopping isn't cheap nowadays.
Excuse me. You are my daughter, and I have brought you up and made sure you had a good life until adulthood, and you were able to go off on your own. But you chose not to do that, didn't you?
What?
Well, just with your job, you're not exactly making a lot of money, are you? There's no way that you'll be able to actually afford a decent life. You're just going to end up leeching off of people. Probably me.
I'm not trying to leech off of anyone. And what kind of mom talks to their child like that? You act as if I'm some horrible stranger you don't know, demanding that I do whatever you say.
Do not. Stop being so overdramatic. You know it's annoying when you get like that. Nobody likes it.
You mean you don't like it? Besides, I'm not being overly dramatic, just truthful.
Sure. Okay. Whatever you say.
Well, you know what? I can't do anything for you anyway, because I'm out at the moment.
Do you mean you're out?
I'm out with friends. We decided to go to a bar for the evening and just have a girls' night.
You didn't invite me?
Well, no. They're my friends, and you have no idea who they are, so why would you come out with us?
Well, first you won't get my shopping for me, and now you're excluding me from nights out? Are you embarrassed of me, or do you just hate me? What have I done to deserve such hatred from you?
Mom, what are you on about? I don't hate you. It's just that this is my life. You wouldn't expect me to come out with you and your friends, would you?
What? Of course you couldn't come out with us. They're my friends. I wouldn't want you embarrassing me.
Well then, why do you think it would be okay to come out and embarrass me?
Oh, I see. I'm just an embarrassment to you, huh? Nice way to talk to your mother.
Ugh, look, Mom, I'm going to go now. I'm sorry you feel like that, but I can talk to you tomorrow about it all. I really don't have time to talk now.
Oh, I see. Well then, I guess I'll just go and sit all by myself and be incredibly lonely and depressed. Don't worry, it's not your fault. Even if you won't include me in your life.
Mom, please don't make this all about you again. I'm just having a night out with my friends, and I don't want it ruined.
Whatever, Jane. You're just being a selfish little girl again. You were always like this. Always being selfish and only thinking of your own wants and needs. You never once thought of me. Like that time when we were on holiday and you had the last of the chocolate ice cream from the shop. I wanted that flavor and you simply took it for yourself.
Mom, I was 10 years old. You can't really expect me to have been conscious about the fact that you wanted chocolate ice cream as well, especially when you hadn't even said that you wanted it. From what I remember, you actually had said that you wanted the strawberry flavor.
Yes, well, I hadn't fully made up my mind. And then, when I saw the chocolate, I knew that was what I wanted.
I can't believe you're still going on about this. It was over 20 years ago.
And yet, you've still maintained your selfish tendencies. I don't know where I went wrong with you.
Okay, that's it. I'm going now. I'm not going to stay here and let you insult me and whatever else you want to try and do. I'll talk to you tomorrow if you actually bother to be mature and nice. And if there's anything you need from the shop, I can grab it for you tomorrow. But I won't be buying your entire shopping list for you.
So you're just going to ignore me for the rest of the night now?
Yeah, pretty much.
You can't do that, Jane. You need to listen to your mother and respond when I message you. Jane! Ugh, some daughter you are.
Hey girl, sorry I couldn't come out with you and the others the other night, but Dylan would not stop crying and I couldn't bear to leave him when he was so upset. Did I miss much?
Florence, hey. No, it's totally okay. We all understood. We'll have to make it a lunch outing next time so that we can all meet little Dylan as well. You really didn't miss much. Sue and Ben are heading off on a cruise soon, and Jennifer has got a new puppy.
How is that not missing much? You know I love puppies. Now I'm going to have to go and see it, lol.
Haha, well, it did look quite adorable in her photos.
Well, what about you? Is there anything going on with you?
Oh, well, the book I wrote has been picked up and published. In fact, it came out a few days ago and it's had really good reactions. People seem to love it. I guess there are more people with toxic mothers than I originally thought.
Oh, that is for sure. I mean, my own mom has some bad tendencies too, so I know I could have used with your book, lol.
It's just my mom, though.
Oh, is she being...
Her usual, demanding, toxic self? Yeah. She messaged me the other night demanding that I get her shopping for her, despite it being like 9 at night. She even demanded that I pay for all of it, and it would have come to well over $100. I mean, I get that she's my mom and stuff, but I can't really afford to buy all of her shopping for her. And I know that if I do it once for her, then she's going to demand that I do it all of the time from then on. Not to mention that she was trying to guilt trip me into doing all of this by saying that she gave birth to me, so I owed her. I mean, what kind of mom does that?
A pretty rubbish one, I'd have to say.
Yeah, sorry about just randomly dumping all of that on you.
Hey, it's okay. That's what best friends are for. I'm just sorry you have to put up with something like that on a daily basis. I'm guessing all of these situations and different kind of things have made their way into your book?
Oh yeah. That book is basically a masterclass on how to deal with a toxic parent, lol.
Well, maybe you should just cut her out of your life, especially if she's not actually making it any better for you.
I know, but I still feel bad. She's still my mom.
But she treats you like dirt, and she'll continue to treat you like dirt until you stand up to her.
Maybe you're right. I mean, it's probably about time I try and stick up for myself. I could start by telling her about my book.
Yeah, and depending on how she takes it, you can decide what to do from there. I mean, she might have an epiphany and start treating you better after realizing just how much trauma she put you through when you were a young girl.
Yeah, she might, but it's kind of doubtful.
Well, you can only hope and try.
Yeah, you're right. Anyway, I've got to go, so I'll see you soon.
Yes, definitely. I can introduce all of you to Dylan then.
Oh, I would love that.
Well, let me know a date when we can all meet up again. I'll see you soon, and good luck with your mom.
See you soon. Hey Mom, how are you today?
Oh, Jane. Well, to be completely honest, I'm kind of frustrated. Nothing is going my way today.
Oh, well, I've got some good news, I think.
Go on then. I could do with some good news for once.
Well, you know about that book I told you about? The one I've been working on?
God, not this again. How many times do I have to tell you that this whole book nonsense isn't going to get you any money? It's a complete waste of time.
It's not a waste of time.
Yes, it is. Look, let's face it. You'll never be as good as this person who's written this new book that everyone's talking about. So you should just give up and move on to a real job.
What book is that then?
Have you read the book Raised by a Toxic Mother? That stupid book is on everyone's lips.
Yes, I'm the author.
Huh? Don't be ridiculous. You're not the author. The author writes about her toxic mother and how she has had to go through all of these horrible situations whilst growing up, trying to deal with this woman. How the woman would constantly belittle her, or how she would almost gaslight her into thinking that she wasn't good enough for her mom, and that she didn't deserve to have nice things because she hadn't worked for them, or something stupid like that. Your life was never like that. I mean, I was the perfect mother, and there's nothing really you can say against that.
What? Yes, it was. You were incredibly controlling and demanding and demeaning to me. You were so toxic, it was unbelievable, and you haven't really improved much as the years have gone by. You still yell at me over the stupidest of things, not to mention that you still demand that I do everything for you. It's like you act like a toddler, unable to do anything for yourself. And I don't know if it's because you really can't be bothered to do things for yourself, or if it's because you're just incredibly jealous of me and hate the thought of me having my own life.
Me. Jealous of you. Don't make me laugh. I have a much better life than you. I mean, honestly, you live in a horrible, squalid little apartment that I really wish that I would never have to step foot in. Not to mention that you can't afford anything actually decent in life, as you simply have no money, as you're a rubbish writer, and no one would ever want to buy your book.
Well, I guess you're wrong there then, aren't you? Considering my book is being talked about and read by a lot of people.
Can't be your book, though. It's too good to be yours.
It is?
Well then, how dare you write about me like that? It's all a bunch of lies and slander. You make me sound like a horrible person, and it's just not true. I was a loving and caring mother to you when you were younger. Nothing more, nothing less.
No, you weren't. The only time you cared to show me any kind of affection was when we had guests over so that you wouldn't look bad in front of them. Any other time when it was just the family, you didn't care how you acted. You would tell me that I was ungrateful and that I should get a job to earn money to pay rent and stuff when I was just 12 years old. You'd also constantly comment on what I was wearing, or what I was doing, or who I was talking to because you hated the fact that I was younger than you and had more opportunities in life than you did. I mean, if you didn't want a kid, if you were going to be so jealous of them, why did you have one?
Well, it's not like I actually wanted you. You were a mistake, plain and simple. If I could go back in time and not get pregnant, I would definitely do that.
Wow. Thanks for that, Mom. What a nice thing to say.
It's simply the truth. You just weren't worth the effort.
Well, you know what? I don't need you anyway. I've become a successful author whose book is flying off of the shelves. It looks like I'm not the only one with a toxic parent, and people want all of the help that they can get in dealing with them. And in fact, with just how toxic you are, I might even have to write a second book, following up on your insane attitude.
Well, considering the book is about me, I should get royalties, or like 50% of the profits. You wouldn't have that story if it weren't for me.
I would much rather have had a mom who loved and cared for me than a reason to write that book. If you honestly think that I would rather have a reason to write that book instead of having a mom who loves and cared for me, then you're even more stupid than I originally thought.
Please, anyone would pick the money over something as trivial and childish as family.
No, you might pick that, but other, more caring people would always pick their family.
Well then, they'd be idiots, wouldn't they?
No, they'd be right in choosing family. And because I know that you'll never pick me over, well, pretty much anything else, I've decided to take some of my own advice and cut you off completely.
Huh?
Yep, I'm done with trying to please you. Nothing I do will ever be good enough for you, but that's your problem, not mine. I'm a smart, beautiful, and independent woman who knows her worth. You can't put me down anymore because I won't let you.
Jane, what are you saying?
I'm saying goodbye. I'm not going to bother talking to you again, and unless you act mature and speak to me in a respectful manner, I'm not going to reply to any messages that you might send me.
Can't do that.
Actually, I can. It's actually the last tactic recommended by therapists if a toxic person won't change. So, I guess all I have to say now is goodbye. I hope you are able to change your toxic behavior one day, as it might lead you to a better life.
Wait, Jane!
After that, I cut my mom out of my life. She was simply too toxic to keep around, and she was making my life more difficult than it needed to be. Even though she was family, it still didn't justify how she was treating me. It's important to know your worth and only keep the people who will make your life better in your life. Since then, I have felt much happier and less stressed. As for my mom, she tried to get in contact with me the first few days. However, when I didn't respond, she soon gave up. She hasn't bothered to apologize or anything yet, so I will continue to ignore her until she does. Though, I don't hold much hope that she will. But, oh well, as long as my life is better for cutting her out, I will keep true to my word.
Hey Triana, where are my clothes? I swear Mom told you to do the ironing. So the fact that you haven't really just shows how stupid you really are. I mean, I was right there when Mom told you to make sure you got all of the ironing done. There's no excuse for you not to have done it.
Actually, there is. I've been really busy getting my dissertation written for my master's. I didn't have time to iron your stuff.
Like I said, you have no excuse. Your dissertation is not as important as me needing an outfit for tonight.
How could you needing an outfit be more important than a dissertation? The thing I've been working towards for the last 5 years of my life? With this master's, I will also be able to get into the career path I've been wanting to enter into for years now.
Yeah, but that's nothing compared to what I'm going to be doing. I need the perfect outfit tonight so that I can look my best and hottest to impress Lucas. If I'm able to do that, we will start dating, and then hopefully not too long after, he might even ask me to marry him. So tell me, how can a silly piece of paper be more important than a potential husband? This is my entire future on the line right here. So you need to stop whatever stupid thing it is that you are doing and iron me the perfect outfit. I want my really nice top, the blue one with no straps, and my black skirt with the slit up the side. And make it quick. I'm almost finished with my makeup, so I'll be wanting to put my outfit on soon. Oh, and also, whilst you're at it, I need you to make me a grilled cheese sandwich.
What? Why do you suddenly need a grilled cheese anyway? Aren't you going to a restaurant to eat? If you have something now, then you're going to be too full for your meal.
Duh, that's the point.
What?
Ugh, look, if I eat now, then I don't have to worry about making a pig out of myself at the restaurant later. I can order a small amount and make sure I look like the perfect lady for Lucas. No man wants to be with a woman who makes herself look greedy and fat. This way, I can stay looking beautiful and maximize my chances of getting a second date and actually starting a relationship with Lucas.
But that's ridiculous. He's going to see you eating eventually. Why try and hide the fact that you need food, just like every other person on the planet?
Of course, you wouldn't get it. You've never been on a proper date your entire life. So of course, you don't know how to keep a man. I mean, you can't even attract one to begin with, let alone actually go out on a date with one. And do you want to know why?
Why would that be then?
Because you're not pretty.
What on earth? Why would you say something like that?
What? Why are you getting so upset? It's only the truth. You weren't blessed with the same looks that I was. I mean, I can see why you turned to academics. It's the only thing you could do. Because of your less than stellar looks, you had to try and use your brain to get ahead in life instead. Which I find hilarious. Want to know why?
Why?
Because when you've had to study and work hard for years, I could probably get with a click of my fingers due to how beautiful I am. LOL.
You really think a lot of yourself, don't you?
Why shouldn't I? I'm pretty and I know it. There's nothing wrong with that. You're clearly just jealous that I'm better looking than you and so I can get by in life easier than you. I mean, who needs brains when you've got beauty?
Well, you know what they say, beauty is fleeting.
Not mine. I'll just get whatever work I need to get done as the years go by to maintain my youthful appearance.
And how will you afford that then? Plastic surgery isn't cheap, you know.
Well, duh, I know that. But I don't need to worry because I'll just use my husband's money. He will want me to keep looking pretty for him anyway. So, it's a win-win situation for the both of us.
You can't be serious.
Of course I am. So hurry up and do my ironing already.
I'm just not going to listen to you anymore. I've got work to focus on and I am not going to be your personal maid or whatever. If you want an outfit for tonight, then iron it yourself. You're old enough to work an iron.
If you don't do what I tell you to do, then I'll tell Mom on you.
Geez, what are you, 9? You're really going to tell Mom on me simply because I won't iron your clothes for you? Which is something that you are completely capable of doing by yourself, by the way.
Yes, I will tell her. And she'll be super mad at you because she also told you to get the ironing done, and you haven't. She had stuff that she wants to wear as well.
And she'll have to iron it herself, just like you will have to. Okay?
Fine. If that's how you're going to act, don't say I didn't warn you.
Adriana, how dare you act like that to your sister?
Mom?
She told you to do something, so you need to do it. Not to mention the fact that I told you to do the ironing ages ago. You can't just ignore me or your sister when we tell you to do something, you know? If you want to live in my house, then you need to follow my rules, and rule number 1 is that you always do what you are told. Understand?
Oh my god, I can't believe Lucy actually told on me to you. How childish can she get?
It's not childish. She told me what you were doing because you wouldn't listen to her. So naturally, the next step is to come to me so that I can get you to do what you're told. As your mother, you have to listen to me.
Not when what you're asking of me is completely ridiculous, I don't.
What? Of course you do. I'm your mother. That means I naturally have control over you.
No one has control over me. I am a 26-year-old woman who is doing her master's degree. I am more than old enough to make decisions on my own, and one of those decisions is whether or not I listen to you when you're going on about ridiculous things. Me not doing the ironing really shouldn't have been made into this massive farce that it has. It's really not a big deal if you have to do the ironing yourself every once in a while. I mean, I do pretty much all of the chores around the house, and you and Lucy do nothing. I have work to do as well, and it's pretty important work as well. I can't really afford not to pass my master's.
Well, that's just too bad then, isn't it? If your stupid papers are more important to you than helping out your family, then you need to learn to prioritize properly. I won't let you skip out on your chores.
But I don't have the time to do all of the house chores and get my work done in time. My dissertation is due in like 1 month, and whilst I have done a lot on it, I still have things that I need to finish up so that I can get the best grade possible. I'm not wasting 5 years of studying and hard work just so that I can do the dishwasher or iron the laundry. That's not happening.
Well, I'm going to give you this final warning, and then we'll see if you are going to do what I tell you or not.
What warning is that then?
If you don't do all of the chores in the house, then I will take your dissertation and I will personally rip it up and throw it away. I will then kick you out of the house, and you will have to find your own way from there on out.
Hang on a minute. You wouldn't actually leave me homeless and without my work, would you?
That's what I just said, isn't it?
But you can't do that. You're my mom. You're supposed to help me and encourage me to achieve my dreams and push myself further in life, not threaten to destroy everything I've worked so incredibly hard to achieve.
Well, tough. Those are my terms. Either you do the chores you're given, or you leave my house. You don't pay anything towards it, so this is the way that you can earn your keep.
I pay the rent. You know I do. I give you like $200 a month towards rent and bills. Lucy is the one who doesn't pay anything. She just lives here rent-free whilst taking up all of your money so that she can go out and buy the things she wants, like clothes and makeup and stuff. She doesn't work, and so she literally just drains you of all your money.
Lucy works. She works at the bar down the street.
No, she doesn't. She was fired from there like 3 months ago. She was stealing money from the till, and she would take bottles of alcohol and bring them back home with her. She's lucky the place didn't press charges for the thefts. They had every right to. Instead, they fired her and made her pay back everything she owed them. Which I have no clue how she's doing, as, like I said, she's not working anywhere at the minute.
Honestly, Adriana, for you to come up with such a horrible lie about your sister, just to try and make yourself look better, is ridiculous. Lucy would never steal from anyone. They probably fired her because they were jealous of her or something. She is very pretty. You know how people can get about things like that. I mean, just look at you.
What do you mean, look at you?
Well, you're so jealous of your sister that you're making up lies about her integrity and trying to put her in my bad books. That screams that you're insecure about her and that you're jealous of her. It's kind of pathetic, really.
I'm not jealous of Lucy.
Whatever. You can keep trying to fool yourself if you want, but you're not fooling me. Anyway, like I said before, if you want to continue living in my house, then you need to do all of the chores that I tell you to do. Got it?
Fine, but it's only because I literally have nowhere else to go at the minute. The minute I am able to leave, then I will, and I definitely won't be back.
Sounds great to me. However, whilst you are still living under my roof, you need to do the ironing, and I'd get started on that now, as Lucy has stuff that she wants for her date tonight. Also, the dishwasher needs doing. There's a load of laundry that needs washing, and you need to hoover the entire house, because I think it's feeling a little dirty. I want that all done by tonight.
That's a load of things. I won't have any time or energy left to write any more of my dissertation.
Well, that's not my problem. You should have done all of this already. I did tell you to iron earlier.
You know what? Fine. I'll get it all done and do my dissertation. Just to prove to you how determined I am to get out of this hole you call a home.
Keep it up with an attitude like that and I'll find you a lot more chores to do.
Whatever.
Oh, and make sure you don't burn the clothes. I need my nice blouse for tonight as I'm going out as well. Now, get to it.
Well, I've got my results for my dissertation.
Whoop-diddy-doo.
Well, I've done really well. I'm actually the highest graded in my class.
That really doesn't mean much to me.
No, I didn't think it would. But for me, it means that I'm getting job offers from people who want me to work for them.
Wait, what? People are literally just offering you jobs?
Well, they're graduate jobs. But some pretty high-up companies are wanting me to come and work for them. I've actually just accepted a role in a company a couple of states away, and the starting salary is $35,000 a year. Obviously, the longer I work there, the higher my wage will go.
$35,000? Just to start?
Yeah.
Well, you need to give me some of that money then.
Excuse you? Why do I need to do that?
Because Mom said that you need to do whatever I tell you to, and I'm telling you to give me some money.
Well, that's not going to happen at all.
I'll tell Mom.
What else is new?
Fine then. Just you wait then.
I look forward to it.
Adriana, Lucy has just told me what you told her. I can't believe you weren't going to tell me about your new job. And the money as well. I mean, that much money could really help me out a lot. Considering you're staying in my home, I'll be expecting a rent increase. I want $1,000 a month. Plus, I'll be expecting all of the money you owe me from the last few months as well. I want it paid in full, so it'll be at least $6,000 plus the $1,000 you'll owe me for this month. So $7,000 altogether.
That's quite funny.
I'm not joking. You owe me all of that money and I'm expecting it in full.
I've already moved out.
Huh?
I've already packed all of my stuff up and I'm currently moving across the country to where my new job is. They've even given me a temporary place to stay whilst I find my own place. They really want me to work for them, so they're willing to help me out where they can.
Hang on. You can't just move out like that. You never told me you were going to. Also, who's going to do all of the house chores now? This is just unfair.
No. What's unfair is you thinking that you can boss me around and get me to do all of your chores and treat me like a cheap maid. Well, the joke's on you now because I'm gone. I've got my master's and I've moved out, and like I told you before, I am never coming back. I don't deserve any of the rubbish that you've put me through, and I'm going to make sure that I never have to deal with you again.
But you can't do that. I am your mother. You have to have contact with me. You have to do what I say.
No, actually, I don't. I'm an adult, so I can make my own decisions, including who I want in my life and who I don't want in it. And not so surprisingly, you are one of the people I really don't want in my life. You and Lucy. You are both horrible people. I mean, to treat me in such a way that you make it almost impossible to finish my dissertation? I'm your daughter and you treated me like a maid. I didn't see you doing the same to Lucy either. She gets away with everything and you don't care. And yet you treat me like rubbish. Well, not anymore. I'm gone. And I'm not telling you where, and after this, I'm never contacting you again.
Hang on. Surely we can talk about this.
No, you had every chance to talk to me and treat me like an actual daughter, and you chose not to. I'm not hanging around just for you to try and steal all of my money and to continue to treat me in such a harmful way. Goodbye, Molly. Please don't message me again, as I won't respond.
Adriana, I am your mother. Listen to me now. Adriana.
Just like I said, I cut all contact with my mom and Lucy after that message. I moved across the country and have started my new job, which I am absolutely loving. I have found my own place to live where, yes, I have to do all of the cooking and cleaning, however, I'm only doing it for myself, and I am not being treated like a maid, which is all that's important. My salary has recently gone up as well, as I'm quickly making my way up in the company. I seriously can't wait to see how my life is going to go from here on out, and whilst I might not have my family anymore, I know that I will be able to meet new people and make a new family, one that I can choose and who will treat me right. The last I heard about my mom and Lucy, the two had a massive falling out. Mom quickly came to realize that she couldn't afford the rent and bills herself, as I had moved out and stopped paying my $200 rent, and she asked Lucy to chip in. Of course, Lucy refused, and the two ended up arguing before Mom kicked Lucy out of the house. Not long after that, though, Mom also lost the house as she couldn't afford the rent any longer. Sometimes, karma is the best revenge in life.